Hello, it's finally the 2018 season and we finally feel like we are out at the theme parks. Finally, it's been so long now. We always did venture along to Brighton Pier. Most of it was shut, so we don't really call that our 2018 adventure. Today is where the adventures start, and it starts right here at Adventure Island. So we haven't gone to your local places, we've gone a little bit further afield. We're not going to make it up to Blackpool this half term. We really want to wait for Icon to open, and we've seen plenty of pictures. We want to wait now for Icon to open before venturing up north. So we've come right way across to Adventure Island, which we're hoping is fully open today. We want to get on Time Machine, we want to get on Rage, which actually you can't see from here. So here we are, we're about to go into Adventure Island. It opens in about 10 minutes. We're going to go down, get our wristbands and head in. But as you can just see over there, we'll keep it in the background as we're talking. The kiddie coaster is actually sitting on top of Adventureville. Adventureville is one of the new attractions we want to go on. Now, we weren't aware that it's closed. However, next to it, there's a new building being built. Now, we've seen nothing. We've seen nothing of any expansion. We've seen nothing of any new buildings or anything like that. And we're kind of guessing the way that the kiddie coaster is stored over there, that it will probably sit back on top of there once that's built. But we're guessing it's probably a new ride. I can't believe they'd be opening another arcade. They have an arcade next to it, and obviously they have the new indoor adventure area. So, anyone know? Anyone know what they're doing? We'll try and find out as the day goes on. We'll see if there's any adverts inside the park. Yeah, we'll see what's going on, but we don't know. So, for those that don't know, Adventure Island just here behind us now. They're starting to test some of the rides. Adventure Island opened in 1976, kind of as more of an amusement park rather than a theme park, but it's grown today to what you see now. They don't have any more space. When you see them building buildings and building rides on top of buildings, it's literally to get more attractions into it. They did vow they wouldn't do it because of the parking situation, but they did seem to still be doing it, which is great news because we love new rides. In 1976, this was known as Peter Pan's Adventure. It wasn't Adventure Island at all. It was all kind of themed on Peter Pan. We're not really sure what the oldest ride and attraction here is. We didn't visit till 2007, and we visited because Rage opened. Rage, the Eurofighter coaster, opened here. It's a standard model. You know, it's a travelling one, potentially a travelling one, and it's one that you see all kind of across the country. Not across this country, but across many countries, and it is a great little attraction and certainly put Adventure Island on the map. 2007 that opened, and we've had a few roller coasters and attractions since, including the two ones that we need to try today. So let's head down to Adventure Island, get in, and let's see what we're going to do first. Boys want to do Time Machine. Not sure I can be spun that quickly yet, but we'll soon find out. We'll see you down there. Genuinely amazing staff. You will never find a better customer service park or a better kind of just nicest staff park anywhere than Adventure Island. And you know, I don't think today's going to be any different. We just started off at the ticket booth, really nice. Let's see how it continues. Where should we start? 5 minutes till the ride opens.
Brixton, March 15th. Tickets on sale Friday, through sale this Wednesday. So here it is, the new song, Turn It Up.
Instead of Silly place to take, really. Still, you live alone, don't you? Don't you?
Motorcyclists, think, don't ride too fast.
To the Mayor of London and TfL, every journey matters. Right now, children across Essex need a secure, loving home. Make a real difference.
Oh my,
and
so
foster care.
that is Time Machine. We started off with Rage. You probably saw us on Rage as we kind of went round there as well. That's always a mental way to start. And then that's Time Machine. That was, I actually nearly passed out on that. It was that quick. We're going to go over here a bit. Mental, absolutely mental. If you've never been on Time Machine, it alone is a worth reason to come down to Adventure Island. A much slower pace required now as we come into Over the Hill 2. New ride we need to try out since it's refurb. How different is it? Let's find out.
CCTV monitoring is used throughout this attraction.
I have to say, look at the station, doesn't look too different. The trains look about the same as well, so it'd be interesting to see what they've done on the inside.
Stand clear. The gates are closing.
Once you are seated, make sure you secure your safety belt. Enjoy your own Christmas meal, smothered with our finest Gruyere. Cruise love stories, brought to you by Tesco.
The Dictionary of Driving by Mazda. Today, the letter C.
Okay, so we took a little bit long getting up the stairs there, so we're going to miss out on this particular ride, and we'll have to wait for the next one, but that's not a problem, because here's the green screen. This is our one we're on.
The green screen.
It's going to make a noise now.
So remain seated, hold on tight, and let's go!
So probably one of the longest trains in the world the green screen has. It just seems to go on forever. This Sierra ride, very popular in the park, one of the best family coasters they've got here. Now we've just come off Spooksville Over the Hill 2, which was the revamp of Over the Hill. Now when we came several years back, my youngest here, he thought it was a bit too scary, but he was a bit younger. I have to say, it's definitely been toned down. You know, there's a lot of 3D models in there. Probably hear green scream in the background. There was a lot of 3D models in there that have kind of been toned down now to pictures, a bit of lighting, a bit of UV. Certainly not as scary as what it was. The real highlight for it has to be the end. So the end used to be the fake station where you kind of stopped, the lights came on and you thought you were getting out but you weren't. That's now been replaced with, albeit some 2D kind of images, it's been replaced with kind of you know, a ghost thing with some really amazing clowns and some absolutely spectacular lighting, some really good lighting. You know, as you go through it, it changes from sort of coloured lights to really scary faces. You know, really enjoyed it. Here it comes through. There's an end to it somewhere. So yeah, Over the Hill 2, we certainly enjoyed it. It was definitely an enjoyable experience. It's definitely toned down a little bit more for the family market. It's not as scary as it was. A few more 2D models even stuck on top of some of the 3D models. The lighting though probably stands out as being the highlight for us. So we've done that, we went on Time Machine. Time Machine's now broken since we got off it. We did get stuck on it as we got off, you probably saw. And that is just mental. I had a little bit of a blackout on that. That thing is just insanely fast. So we've done Rage, we've done the Time Machine, we've done Over the Hill. The boys did the Wave Swinger as well. I didn't feel like the Wave Swinger, my head's still thumping a bit. I think I'm getting too old for this. And now we're queuing for the Green Scream. So we're at the front of the queue, the Green Scream is next, and I think we'll probably head to the front. We've just been on. Other Sun's getting off Fireball now as we speak. That's a great little ride. It's another custom ride here. So much like Time Machine when we talk about that, Fireball's another one that the parks actually made themselves. So it's not a standard one. It's not something you'll see anywhere else. It's certainly not that thrilling, but it's great fun. We're now going to walk around the corner and head on Barnstormer, which is actually on top of this building, like many of the roller coasters here. We'll have a quick walk around the corner actually and see if we can see it. So it is definitely home to the spinning attraction here. As we come down the other end of the park, we've just had a bite to eat. We're going to walk down here and have a look at some of the rides and attractions which are sitting here as well. Now down the other end you have the spinning ride, particularly in the Time Machine. You also have Vortex, and when you come down this end you have some more spinning rides. So let's turn around and have a look. Pharaohs Fury, we've already been on Pharaohs Fury. I have to say, it's not the fastest of Twister rides, but it is easily the best themed Twister ride that I've ever seen. I mean, you just don't normally see it. We'll go down and have a closer look in just a second. That is the Dragon's Claw. That is one that flips you upside down while spinning at the same time. It's not for the faint-hearted. It kind of traps your legs a bit and really does give you a bit of a blood rush. But certainly a great thrill ride here. And then just over the back now, you may be able to see the Scorpion, the TriStar ride. So there's quite a lot of spinning rides here. If you don't like spinning flat rides, Adventure Island's probably not the place for you. But if you do like spinning flat rides, they've got some of the best selection you will find anywhere. So we're going to go and have a closer look at Pharaohs Fury now. We have already been on it, but we'll go and have a closer look at it, and also some of the other rides as well. So it's going to be a bit windy up here because we've come on the big wheel. Now then, we've had a good look around, so we'll have a quick look around the park while we're up here, because it'd be rude not to. We know we've got to stop very briefly. So we've just been on the Pharaohs Fury. As we said, we'd already been on it, we've just gone on it again. It's not the quickest of Twister rides, it's definitely not the quickest, but incredible theme. I mean, when you think about the Twister rides up and down the country, and you think about ones that are located at kind of, you know, fairs, which this really is as a fair, you know, you just don't see brilliant theme ones. I don't think I've ever seen another themed one other than something that says Scissor or Twister on it. So to see the Pharaohs Fury is just magnificent. It really is a wonderful effort by the park to have something like that. We've then gone on the disco ride, which is Ramba Zamba just down there. Again, it's not the biggest of disco rides, it's one of the original ones, it's one of the first ones we saw, certainly outside of Portsmouth. The Mighty Mini Mega is a standard sort of pin fairy ride, and it's on top of the building. Now I understand that this used to be on the ground, much like some of the other rides here that have developed to be on top of buildings, but it was taken down much like the Kiddie Coast has been in the background, and it's been rebuilt on top of the building, so you climb up to it and it gives you kind of a little extra height on it. As you can see through the back, you can see the kiddie coaster. Now, it's actually the park's newest roller coaster, which is currently dismantled and sitting on top of the building down the back there. Now, we're not really sure what's going on, but where it used to sit, you can probably see there is now a building. So we're guessing the fact that the park have kept it, and it is sitting on top of there at the moment in storage, or the cars are wrapped up, that it will indeed be going on top of one of the buildings, either on top of Adventureville, the new ride, or indeed what they're planning to put in there. If you know what they're planning to put inside that new building, please let us know. We haven't heard the park are going to go for any new rides. We said earlier we did think there was a dispute between them and the council on their investment because of the parking situation around here, and the park is really quite busy today. It's, you know, whether or not everyone has wristbands, we haven't queued really for any rides, we're not sure, but there's a lot of people floating in and out of the park. They're giving away free kids meals for their new restaurant Sands up there, completely free, not even when purchased with an adult meal. We got 4 tickets to go in, completely free children's meals. So that was a nice surprise. That was a really nice surprise. We don't have many rides left here to do, so we are going to start re-riding soon. We haven't done the Scorpion, which is in front of me now. It's behind you guys, it's in front of me now. And we didn't do Vortex either. Vortex was still having some bars screwed onto it. Yeah, it was still being put together whilst it was sort of in motion. So we decided not to wait for that, and we'll go back over that, and then right next to that, the Sky Drop, and they're the last 3 rides that we've got to do. We definitely want to get on Rage again. We're going to have to psych ourselves up to go on Time Machine again as well, because that was interesting. That was fast. I kind of forget how fast that is. When we rated Air Race as kind of our favourite flat ride in the UK, you know, we put Time Machine at second, and rightfully so. It is a magnificent machine, especially when you consider that the park sort of built it themselves. So let's have a quick look around now as we... No, we're not going. They're still loading this by the looks of things. I was getting excited then that we were actually going to be going around and seeing some sights, but we're not. They're still loading it. So again, while we're still sitting still, we'll talk about Adventureville. Adventureville was a new ride for 2016. It was being built last time we came to the park, and actually opened in the summer, because we do tend to come in February. And I have a feeling whatever they're building over there will probably open in the summer as well. Sorry if you can hear Mighty Mini Mega in the background. That is actually going around. And you know, the ride is really interesting. It replaced kind of the barrels, and the spinning barrels used to go around and hit tight corners. I think it used to be a Western theme. I really can't remember it that well, and I don't really have access to it at the moment to kind of tell you what it is. It's now just a fun sort of... I don't really know what it is. It's sort of, you go in, there's lots of colourful characters everywhere. You know, they're going on theme park rides, they're kind of going out their day-to-day life, the buildings have eyes. You know, there's a lot of things going on. It is definitely a family attraction. You know, the track is all new, the cars are all new, you've got some nice air effects that come up from the base as well. So, you know, it's not kind of your standard get on, go round and not interact or anything. You know, the best part is you go around twice. Not just because you go around twice, but the first time you go around it's daytime inside, and the second time you go around it's nighttime inside. So there's been some real thought put into this. You know, it's not just been put there and just kind of been a childish family thing. They put some real thought into it, which is great. We're still waiting. We're slowly going around here. We are slowly going around. So Adventureville is you know, a great addition to the park, and we have noticed that, you know, particularly with the over the hill retheme, the park are definitely going more family orientated. You know, the last thrill rides here were Time Machine, which was built by them, and Rage in 2007. The other rides have been here kind of since the year dot, in honesty. We're not really sure what they're planning and whether they're planning to go for any more thrill rides, or whether or not people actually aren't riding them. As we said before, they've got an incredible selection of spin and screw rides, an incredible selection under one place. And you know, when you look around here and you kind of have a walk around, and we'll have a walk around later, you know, the amount they've crammed into such a small space is really incredible. It really is incredible. You know, we've been on kind of 12, 13, 14 rides, and we're going to get a chance to re-ride as well, because it's only 2 o'clock. We're not sure if the park shuts at 4 or shuts a bit later. It shuts between 4 and 6 today, being a low season day, but you know, the weather's all right. It's nice and bright, so I'm hoping it's certainly the latter one. You know, we're going to get 20, 25 rides in today, and you think about it, you go to Fort Park, you go to Walton Towers, you go to places like that, you can't ride this many rides. Yes, these are a little bit more fairground like, but you know, who can knock up 20, 25 rides? the adventure inside. It's probably the biggest investment we've seen the park do since we've been visiting back in 2007. Everything in here is brand new, the building's brand new. This was quite a derelict area from what we remember. We do apologise, it is quite loud in there, there's a lot going on. So this is open 363 days a year and really has added to the Adventure Island lineup. Not only is it arcades and full of games and everything like that, as we pan around now, you can see there are 4 rides inside of it. 4 rides inside. That includes this little bouncing ride here. So much in here, and this being open all year round is just absolutely fantastic for the park. You know, you just don't kind of get it. And right across the top, there's a huge, huge play area, which we'll give you a kind of walk around now as we're walking, so you can see exactly what it's like in here. So that was my children dragging me on Skydrop. I'm not a fan of drop towers. Anyone that follows the channel will know I'm not a fan of drop towers. I don't mind Ice Blast. We just discussed this. I don't mind Ice Blast because it shoots you in the air and you kind of know what's going on, but I really don't like drop towers. Now, just here behind us, used to be the slides. Now the slides are no longer here because they're actually our local park down in Hayden Island in Funland. They were bought there last year, completely removed from here, so we have nothing here at all anymore apart from a candy floss hut. So just an interesting fact for you, since Funland seem to get all the rides from everywhere, they seem to get it from Drayton Manor, they've had them from Pleasureland, and they've had them from here as well. Hill 2. If you want to see the full video, head on to our Adventure Island rides compilation, which we're doing for the end of this, which will all be in 4K, and also because that's a new ride, we'll be uploading that one separately. Music, that is Adventureville. Quite like it in there, you know, it's quite a fun kind of light going ride, really nothing sort of, you know, strenuous or anything like that. You don't really have to think, just good fun. You'll see that was the end of it. That was some ride clips you just had there. If you want to see the full video of it, it's on your YouTube channel. It'll also be on our Adventure Island ride compilation, which will also be up long before this vlog, so you can have a quick look at what was going on in there. Interestingly enough, when you go through the actual tunnel, the track does side slightly to the left. So it isn't just our camera angle, it does actually go, I don't know if that's a left or not because the way I'm holding the camera, but you kind of get where I'm going. And then at the end of the ride, there's a little bit of a dip as well. So it's got a little bit going on, What we're going to do now is we're going to have a quick look down here about this building. Because obviously the kiddie coaster's been moved. We don't know what's going on, we can't see anything that's going on. We're going to pick up a map shortly because we currently don't have a map, and we're going to kind of see if we can find out what's going on here, whether they're building a new attraction and indeed the kiddie coaster's going back on top. So let's go down, let's have a look. still none the wiser. As you can see, parts of the kiddie coaster are still there. So station, the entrance track and everything, ticket booth is all still present. So we'll find out what's going on, we will find out, but we're now going to go through the crooked house here. Should be worth a laugh. Right, we are following the boy through here. Hello. That is not at all creepy. Hello. Not at all creepy. Okay, it's quite tight corners through here. All my life, there's a bit of wood. I can actually lean on this wall as I go up. Just in case you're... oh, it's a sound wall. Let's press some buttons. It's now bedtime.
Oh, there's all creepy.
Go. Right, we're going upstairs. Can't see the stairs, these are really steep stairs, these are. But we're going up anyway. This reminds me a bit of Hocus Pocus Hall in here at Chesington. Ultraviolet light, creepy looking old people. Oh, because it's getting a bit tight in here.
Oh, there's a corking toilet.
Oh yeah, look. Bathing with his clothes on. He's definitely going to get clean that way. Keeps it clean though for everyone. He's one creepy looking dude, this one. One creepy looking dude. Where are we?
We're out.
Oh, we're out. Oh, there we go. There we go. Huh. Just happens to be another view of what's going on over here. An obvious question, why we didn't walk over there in the first place to have a look at the construction rather than peering over a fence. And that's a great question, and it's not one we can answer. Maybe because we were too stupid to do that in the first place. However, we've had a closer look there, so you can see a little bit of the kiddie coaster still there at the front bit, and you can see something being built behind it. We don't know what it is, we can't find out what it is. We don't know if the kiddie coaster's looking to reopen or anything, but we will try and find out. If you know, please post it in the comments below. Head over to our Facebook page, share the information with us if we don't find out beforehand. What you saw there was the American Whip. My son points out as we walk past some more of the kiddie coaster that's sitting there. Funny enough, I think last time we came something was sitting there as well. Do you remember what it was? That seemed to be a storage area for everything, but something was sitting there last time we came as well. But as you saw there, that was the American Whip. That's a classic. I mean, who doesn't like being thrown around corners in a shopping trolley? Who doesn't? That was, you know, we've been on it already. We have been on it already, and we didn't bother filming it earlier. We just caught it on the way out of the Crooked House there. The Crooked House is an interesting one. We try to give commentary as we go through. It's really tight corridors. It's really quite difficult to walk through. I said when we were over the other side of the park, I remember it being over there, but I knew I'd seen it today, but I couldn't remember where I'd seen it today. The good news is we found it, because I like to walk through a nice Crooked House, even though these lot weren't actually that keen on it. We're now heading over to Rage again because we do want to go on Rage again. We've only been on it once today. We've been on everything else now, and we've been on some of the smaller attractions that, quite honestly, we forgot about. So we're going to head through. We're going to head through the Inside Adventure here, or Adventure Inside as they call it, and head over to Rage and get another go on the Eurofighter. And I must really learn to relax on Rage, because the problem is I get to the top and I think I'm gonna have to brace myself for a massive jolt at the bottom, and of course there's not a massive jolt at the bottom because it's not sore. It's actually screwed together properly, it actually fits properly, and the foundations are actually properly put together, so there's no jolt, and you go nice and smoothly around the track and really enjoy the free inversions that this compact ride has to offer. We are now going to head over to Time Machine again. I'm going to limit myself to two times on Time Machine. We've been on it once already. I nearly blacked out. I think one more time is my limit for Time Machine. But this one here, how many times do you want to go on it? See, this is a problem. This is a boy who got off it last time, stumbled and nearly went straight headfirst into the machinery, wants to go on it 5 times, and that includes 5 times in a row. For those that have been on Time Machine, however much you are a die-hard thrill seeker, you will know that you cannot go on Time Machine 5 times in a row because it is just too much. We'll enjoy the end of Rage and then we'll walk over to the Time Machine. Oh my god, honestly, I'm struggling to walk in a straight line. That thing is mental, absolutely mental. I'd love to know what the G-forces are of this ride, because I genuinely don't know. But I'll catch my breath. They want to go on another spinny ride. I'm going to have to give another spinny ride a miss. I will want to go back on Time Machine again before the end of the day, but I think it's time to take it a little bit easier and head over to the green screen. That is us off the green screen, and we're going to have a quick look over here because this is where the safari train used to be, a little children's ride. However, as you can see, it's no longer here. Now, we don't know whether or not it's been removed, we don't know whether or not it's been updated, we don't know whether or not there's going to be something else come here. It looks pretty gone, to be honest. All the electrics are kind of loose here, kind of been ripped out, and you know, the scenery's certainly been left to go. The colour's been lost, the track's gone, the trains have gone. We've not seen them anywhere else around the park, so we are guessing it's gone. Now, these two have both face planted the floor today. Hilariously, this one here literally just fell out the green screen train. There we go, it hurt his knee. Serves him right. This one, he fell over by dancing cross-legged. I mean, you know, when you come to theme parks, people, you're going to have a little bit of intelligence, which I'm afraid these two lack. So, it's 4 o'clock now, we're going to head over and we're going to see what other rides we want to do.
Drive time, General and near as always, so 1702 45 15 60. Weather facts tonight,
Decided to come with the Arkalong as well. Now, the Arkalong is a wave swinger here. We briefly covered it earlier. You saw the video of it going. And I have to say, it's one of the only ones there, as you can see, and we're pan back now, that is actually pretty flush with the floor. Now then, this is obviously a permanent model at a park in what is essentially an amusement park that's generally full of travelling rides. This one it looks like it actually belongs, and I can't think of another wave swinger in the UK where you don't have to climb mountains and mountains of steps to get on it. You know, that goes to Alton Towers one, that goes to Chessington's one, and we know they're travelling rides as a general rule, and those ones have been travelling rides. But, you know, Pleasurewood Hills, all the wave swingers we can think of, you have to climb up to get, but not this one. This one you don't have to. And oddly enough, you know, it's the first time I've been on this ride. First time I've been on it. So, yeah, good fun, good fun. But that is our last ride now. As we pan back round to the sunset, we're going to leave the park, go and get something to eat, and we'll summarise as we go. Rage just looks gorgeous. So the green screen is asleep, and that ends our day here at Adventure Island. It's been an amazing day, to be honest, as we always do. Every time we come down to Adventure Island, we have a fantastic day. The rides are usually all operational. You know, it's clean, it's tidy, everything opens on time, everything shuts on time, the wristband is easy enough to get hold of and use. You know, everything about coming to Adventure Island is just brilliant. It's genuinely just brilliant. You know, and a special mention has to go to the staff, because the staff here are just incredible, absolutely incredible. You'll never find better theme park staff than what you'll find at Adventure Island. Any amusement park, we've been across the world, we've been across the UK, this place excels without a shadow of a doubt as the absolute best. You know, they're polite, they get you engaged, they're always talking, you know, and you don't meet a bad one. It's not like we're talking about, you know, 50 or 60% of them. We are talking about all of them, absolutely all of them. Just amazing, absolutely amazing. It's a real credit to the UK theme park industry, or the amusement park industry, however you want to stay, you know, this particular place, whether it's a theme park or not. It is an absolute credit to them. The staff are just brilliant. We'll take another look at Rage in the dark. Yeah, it's all closed down now, it's all shut down, and that's it. But we have had an amazing day. It's been a bit cold, it's been no more than 6 degrees today. It is freezing now, we've had something to eat, and we're going to head back down. But we hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you checked out the other vlogs as well on the channel. Please subscribe, hit the bell, stay with us. We've got a big year coming up in 2018, and we will be covering all the major events. Thanks for joining us from Adventure Island today. My name's Adam, this has been UK Theme Parks.